guys, Salome here with Surf Training Factory, and Lucas
arrives
always.
Lately as always.
Yes, but today we have an awesome subject.
Super
As
cool.
some of you guys know, we went to El Salvador from Thursday till yesterday, and now we have an awesome subject that we want to talk to you guys about.
Yeah, we've been planning to do this anyways, and also we want to make sure that you guys know that we're going to be adding a specific page on the website.
Yes.
Related to this, not about us, but about others in the world.
Yes, for sure. So today's subject is in the water coaching for, becoming a better surfer in and out of the water, and the benefits and the, what to look for, and like our experience that we had in El Salvador,
Yeah.
and things like that. And, just so you guys get better in and out of the water, but also knowing what to look for in a coach.
Yeah, because there's a difference between a surf lesson, if you're a beginner,
Yes.
and they're teaching you the surf lessons, the basics, pop up and hand positioning and all that. And then there's a difference of surf coaching in the water
100%.
to help you perform better and take it to the next level for those that are interested in taking their surfing to the next level.
Yeah, so, it will make you a better surfer in water
1000%.
coaching. The video analysis that you do with your coach is going to show you all the mistakes that you do. 100%, you're going to think you suck when you see the video.
Oh, we always do, yeah.
Right?
You always think you surf better than what the video actually shows, right?
Yeah, and then you'll understand the maneuvers and the mechanisms of surfing a lot more by watching the videos and by having somebody telling you, okay, here's what you did wrong, here's what you have to do, here's where you should be looking, things like that, right?
Right.
And the muscle memory of out of the water drills is huge. It's huge.
Super, super important. Yeah, so we're going to be covering all these three things. That way it guides you in the right path for what to look for, right?
Yeah, 100%. So let's start with, what to look for and what should be like done before and after, the coaching.
So surf coaching in the water, right?
Yes.
So that's what we're going to be talking about. You
Yeah.
arrive at the beach with your coach, or you met your coach at the beach, right? So first thing,
Before you even get to the beach, you should have talked to them. You should have sent them some videos of you surfing so that they can kind of see your levels and what they're working with,
Yes.
type of things, right? You before you get in the water, you should be learning about how to read the waves, the rips, the environment, the conditions of it.
100%. Like in El Salvador, there's rocks everywhere,
Everywhere.
cobblestones everywhere. So when you're there with a surf coach, they should say, don't paddle out here.
Here, yeah.
When you come back in, paddle in here. You
yeah.
know where to go in and out. It's very, very important for you to know. Your coach should be talking about that. Again, like you said, where the rip currents are. Making
How
sure.
you're getting up to the lineup, because it's very different. Like there's a lot of currents going on, and
Real
if you don't know
currents.
this spot, it's tricky.
Right. Also, the equipment. The equipment that you're using
Yeah.
for that surf lesson and also for that spot. So there's different boards that you're going to use for different, surf spots. So very
Depending
important.
on how big the waves are and everything.
And your
like
skill
that.
level as well.
Yeah.
Right?
You
So if
should
you're a
be-
complete beginner and you're just surfing on a big board, 8 foot plus, soft top, that's a whole different topic.
Well, yeah, 100%. And the warm-up routine, you should have a warm-up routine. If
Yep.
you don't have one, your coach should have one and kind of show you what to do. Because you don't want to paddle, for example, like when we were surfing in El Salvador, it was like 8 feet. Maybe.
Yeah.
It was at 8 feet. You don't want to go in the water and not be warmed up. That's dumb.
That's a good way to get hurt. A good way to pull
Yeah.
a muscle.
100%.
It hurt something really, really bad. So
Yeah.
you should be
A
doing
routine.
either a dynamic warm up with your coach, or he should make you do a dynamic warm up,
Yeah.
right? And again, you're getting surf coach. So if he's like, hey, do a dynamic warm up or do a warm up, you're like, nah, I'm good. No, you should go, I don't care if you're good. You're going to do the warm up.
Yeah.
He's your coach. He's paying for this. So like, if you want to do your own
You're
thing,
paying
then
for this.
you're paying for this. And that's part of his job. So if you're not,
Following what
following
he
through
says,
it, don't
then
get a coach.
No.
Don't get a coach, because that's what a coach is going to tell you to do. Oh yeah, I feel good, I'm good. No. You're going to warm up. You just pulled in. I didn't see you warm up. You're going to warm up because I'm here. I'm spending my time. And if you get injured
And
in
that's
the middle
the
of the
process
session,
that the coach goes through.
and that's the process that the coaches should go through,
Yeah.
right? And again, this is going to be experiences that we have with real coaches. So the dynamic warm-up is going to help you prevent that injury. So he doesn't waste his time paddling out with you, and then you pull a muscle, and here he goes, okay, see, this is why I told you why you didn't do the warm-up, and now you just wasted my time.
100%.
And your time.
Yeah.
Right?
And before paddling out, you should set goals and objectives to look forward to with your coach, obviously.
Yeah, 2 to 3 objectives, right?
Yep, we did 2. Yeah, we did 3 objectives. Mm-hmm. What to do and what to look for and what to pay attention to while you're surfing instead of just surfing.
Right.
Like,
you have to have set goals, right?
Yeah.
Set a vision for what you're going to get out of that specific surf session.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And they should paddle out with you.
Yes.
So that they can help you on the waves.
And there's different things.
The waves.
Yeah, there's different things because if he's just a one-man show, then it's kind of hard for him to have a camera and paddle out with you.
Right.
But he should do either 2 things. If he's by himself, he should paddle out with you, and then he should surf with you for like an hour or something, and then she should come back out and videotape the rest of the session. That way he has the experience of both. Or if he's a bigger time, he has a video production team or one extra person, which is all you need. That's outside videotaping you while he's doing all the in the water things with you.
Yeah, for sure. So when I was in school in Australia, our coach was on the beach videotaping, and he would whistle us in every time he saw something wrong, and then talk, and then go back out.
Good.
But in El Salvador, you were videotaping, and I was training with my coach in the water.
Correct. Which they have a video person too that can.
Yes, they do.
We just had me.
We just did it ourselves. Yeah.
Right.
If you're a competitor, you should look into mock heats. 15 smaller heats, like usually a competition is 15 to 20 minutes heats. You should do like 5 to 10 minutes so that you know what kind of rhythm you're looking for in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I think that really helped me. Your coach should help you get in the waves. Like if you need that help, that extra push, maybe the waves are too mushy, or you're just not comfortable, you don't know what's going on in the spot, like there's a lot of cobblestones.
Or a lot of people.
And that extra push will help.
So they can definitely push you into the wave, even if you have more experience, that it's only going to help you, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like getting a jet ski to take you out or pull you into a wave. If it helps you, that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, 100%. And your coach, I like that a lot. Some people don't like it. But not yell at you, but motivate you to do better and to surf better and to get in the wave a little bit earlier.
Well, yelling at you positively, go, go, go. That's going to be a positive yelling. If they have to yell, they have to yell. Or come on, don't quit. You can do it. Everything should be
commit
positive.
To the wave. Commit.
There shouldn't be any negative side to it. If there's a negative side, it should be positive, negative, positive. Hey, that drop in was really, really sick. But your bottom turn wasn't as steep. You weren't really squatting down. You weren't looking to where you wanted to go.
But that was a nice turn when you came up,
that was a nice turn when you came up. Not like, hey man, you sucked at this. Then guess what? You sucked at this next thing, and at the end, you sucked as well. That's horrible.
It's just negative.
Super negative, right? So you don't want to associate yourself with that.
No, not at all. And the communication with the body movements too is huge.
Yeah, communication with body moving and the timing. You should be talking to you in the water about the timing, the wave selections and all these different things.
How to paddle into a wave. Sometimes I need help in adjusting myself into paddling into a wave. Kelly Slater invented that paddling into the wave sideways, and I'm not very, very good at it. I'm getting it to the point. But I was working on that a lot, paddling at an angle, because the waves were pretty steep. So, it definitely helps, for sure. All these stuff.
Yeah, so this is all these things that are crucial for in the water training with the coach that's there alongside with you. The timing, wave selection, body positioning, hand positioning, where you're looking. They should be observing all these things, safety precautions, right?
Yeah, 100%. Now, the surf in the water coaching and the dry land training that comes after from watching the video. So
that's the next thing we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
What they took from the in the water. Now they're going out of the water, and now they're going to be talking about what they did in the water and how to make it better out of the water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Watching the videos with you in slow motion, showing you where you should be looking, where the mistakes that you've done in the wave, and then having specific body movements and dry land training according to what your mistakes were.
Correct, right. So if they see that you're dropping and you're doing that bottom turn, but you're not looking up to where you want to go, you're kind of looking straight, they need to, as they're doing the motion out of the water, they need to say, hey, you're not looking there. Hey, and I heard the coach say that multiple times, like, you're not looking up where you want to go. You're not looking where you want to go. You're not looking where you want, so many times.
Over and over and over.
It gets in your head. You're doing the drill. You're like, hey, the drill's perfect, but you're not looking where you want to go. And it's like, oh my gosh, or, okay, you're looking where you want to go, but now you're focusing on that. You're not squatting anymore. So you're not low. You're like, oh, you're like stiff.
You're like,
rigor mortis,
so
like stiff legs. There's so many things. And that's what these things that they were going to be, doing with the video analysis.
Yeah, and the whiteboard has a different perspective too.
Whiteboard too, so some things are going to be cleared up better with the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Maybe the wave drawn and how you're turning and where you turn. Same thing, same concept with the video versus the whiteboard.
Yeah, with the video and the app that you can draw on.
There are different tools that you can use to better your surfing, right?
Yeah, and your coach should always be like engaging with you so that he knows that you're understanding, or she knows that you're understanding what they're saying.
Every time. Yeah.
Because if they're just talking and you're not getting anything, you're not getting anything out of it.
There's so much information, and you probably will be overwhelmed with as much as information.
Drained, like completely drained. I was done.
Right. So with this in mind, make sure that they're like, do you understand? Yes. Okay. Show me. And if you're not understanding, you're not going to be able to show, and he's going to be able to call you out there and go, okay, so let's do this then.
Right.
Get up. Let's go here. Let's do this, because you need that. Or if he's not doing that, you need to say, hey, can you show me this?
Yeah,
can you show me what you're talking about?
If you're paying for it, you need to ask for more help. The more you ask questions, the better you're going to succeed.
If you don't ask questions, then how are you going to learn what you need to do? You can't just say what they're saying, that, okay, oh yeah, okay, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, oh yeah, but show me.
Yeah.
Right? How
action.
to do it. Take
action.
the action to do it.
Yeah, and set the drills that they give you and take action on doing them after the training, right?
Yes, that's very important. You can't just learn those things, take all that information, go, oh cool, great information, and then not actually put it into play after the coaching is done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you're home, you came back to your country, or you just came back to the hotel, depending on where you are, and you're still gonna do these drills over and over and over again, so your body knows.
Because that's what you need to work on.
Because that's what you need to work on before you could even consider doing another surf lesson, right?
100%.
Do those dry land trainings, go back in the water, practice those things that the person
Video
talked
analysis
about.
yourself, really.
Because now you understand what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And using the tools like a skateboard, like a Carver skateboard, like we talked about in another episode.
There's so many. There's Carver skateboard. There's surf skates. There's a bunch of different names. We even covered that on one of our episodes.
Yep.
The different type of skateboards that you can use to better your surfing. So it could be a skateboard. What else can they use?
They can use like a trampoline.
Trampolines.
To use the movements and everything like that.
Say you're working on like 360s, air 360s, and how to like jump up and do the whole rotation with your head and your shoulders and opening up. All those things, again, depending on your level.
Of course.
Right? So if you're not an advanced surfer and you're not doing air 360s, you don't even worry about that.
You don't need about that. Swimming pool, swimming workouts.
Yeah, maybe you're having a hard time duck diving. You know how to surf well. You're intermediate surf, but your duck dive is still weak. It's not deep enough. You don't know where to come up. You're still getting caught up in that white water and getting washed back 100 feet.
Yeah.
So maybe the pool is something else that you can do.
Yeah, and skate parks are huge too. Yeah, the concrete hurts, but sometimes you need to go to the skate park.
Yeah, they have something they invented a couple years ago called padding, and you can wear those. So people are like, I don't hurt because I get hurt. Like, that's because you don't want to wear padding because you're too cool.
Yeah.
And then you complain about getting hurt. But the dudes that are wearing the paddings, they fall. You're laughing at them. They're laughing at your injuries. So it's really up to you what you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
Safety, man. I want to stay in the water the longest as possible. So the less injuries I have, the better for me.
For sure. And also, like, drills out of the water just against a wall. Like,
it could be just against the wall. It can be envisioning what the wave
Picturing
is.
the wave and-
Here's the wave coming. This is what you're doing. Then you're going to this step. Then you're going to this step. Then you're finishing. Your shoulders opening up. You're looking where you want to go.
We did a lot of that.
All those things, just seeing it in your head, right?
Yep.
And if you're a competitor, it's a lot of what you do too, right? You see the move that you're doing
Before you even get in the water.
before you get even in the water.
Yeah, so what to look for in the surf coach and where to find them, really.
Right. So next section is exactly that. We're going to be talking about where to find these coaches and what you're going to be, what you want to look for before you even hire them.
Yeah,
okay?
so the first thing is that everything that we just talked about, they have to meet this requirement.
What we talked about in the water that they do, and out of the water, that's the first thing that you want them to, be able to do within the water coaching.
Yeah, and it may seem like a lot, but it really isn't.
It really isn't. That can be covered.
It goes together.
It goes together, and one day you can have something like that. I don't think in 1 hour coaching you're going to be able to do that because that's the time they're spending in the water with you. It should be a
whole
thing.
day, yeah.
It should be a 6 to 8 hour day where this is all going on and you're eating lunch with them and you're connecting with them.
Yeah, for sure. They need to be professional.
Yeah.
You need to have, a trustworthy text, email, Facebook, something that you can be in contact with them before and after the training.
100%. So again, we reached out to many other surf coaches, and
we did.
Out of many surf coaches, we have one response. So
he's the only one that did it full time, and that was wanting to do it, and that was his passion for it.
Correct.
Everybody else does it as
if it's a hobby, it's not really a business, and it's not going to be taken as a business.
Right.
So you're not going to get a professional. He might be a ripper. He may be an old school ASP surfer, WSL, whatever. But if he doesn't take that as a serious thing, you're going to just be frustrated, getting left behind. Hey, where's my footage? Hey, when can we go and do this? Hey. And you're going to be frustrated and drained. It's got to be somebody that's passionate, that likes, that are reaching out to you, that are communicating, hey, how's it doing? Accountability. That's all part of what should be incorporated in a good surf coach,
love surfing,
right?
And teaching other people how to get better.
Right. You don't message them on Monday, and then next Monday they're like, hey, so yeah, I was out surfing and I didn't get to message you. Phone, text, messengers. It doesn't take a week to do it. Not even the president takes that long to respond to stuff, and they got a lot more going on than the surf coach.
Yes, 100%. So
it's just the truth, guys. It's a business. If you're not a business-oriented person, then you shouldn't be doing this, right?
100%. So the surf coaching that we did in El Salvador was with Pablo, with Michanti Hotel.
Machanti. Michanti, you chanty, I chanty. So, but either way, Michanti or Machanti, it's a phenomenal place. It's in El Zonte in El Salvador. Okay.
We did the coaching in the water in La Paz, which is right below Punta Roca.
Yeah, he actually came up, picked us up. Make sure we had the right boards for the position. Make sure for the wave. Okay, for the break. Make sure we had all the tools that we needed.
Make sure we did our warm up. Make sure we set our objectives before we got out. I paddled with him the entire time. Obviously, when I'm catching a wave and he's catching a wave, then we're not paddling together. But I sat with him in the lineup. He helped me get on a lot of waves actually because it was very mushy at first. When we got there, it was high tide. So I needed that little extra push.
You didn't need that extra push, but when you get that extra push,
it helps.
It's like the long board versus the short board, right? You see, short boarders get frustrated that the long boards are catching a wave. They have more leaders, they have more length. Yep. They can get on the waves much faster, and that's what helps with the push. That once they can push you in, it's just much easier to get on the wave, and now you can kind of see how it's opening up, how it's forming because you're already standing up, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then, we set our objectives. We talked about them in the water. We went over them in each wave, talked about the waves, and then, had fun. That was the most important part. We had fun. We were hungry, so we came in, and then we went back to his hotel and video analysis every single wave.
Which was the second part of what we talked about in this episode, was just analyzing it with the software that you can actually draw out and see, hey, look at this.
Drew everything
You're supposed to be here, right? So Pablo's like, you're supposed to be here, but look where you are. Hey, your head's supposed to be looking here, but you're looking
that
there.
What's
so this is why instead of your bottom turn being nice and low and you staying low, you weren't doing that. So all those things are very important. And this guy, Pablo,
He asked for videos
Crushed
before we even got there. Before we even got to El Salvador, I sent him like 5 videos of me competing and everything, so he can see what he's working with. Because if they don't know what's going on, they won't be able to help you as much, if that makes sense.
Right, correct. And not only that, so say she's saying like, hey, I want to work on my laybacks and airs. He's going to have to pick a specific surf spot that will help that position. If you're like, hey, I want to work on barrows, if he takes you to the spot that's mushy and never barrels in 365 days, then horrible surf coaching.
Yeah,
right?
So we worked on staying low, and it was very basic, but it sounds very basic, but it's actually a lot harder than it actually is.
Yeah, even in the dry land training, when you're doing the move, you're like, you're not low enough, and you look down, you're like, oh, this is not even low enough?
Right.
Like, yeah, it's not. You got to go lower. So these things...
we worked about staying low, finishing our waves.
Hand positioning. Looking.
Yep, and, just focusing on the little things rather than, like, a new move. Because that's really hard to get in a 3-hour session or whatever, 2-hour session. Like,
right. I guess if you're an advanced surfer and you're doing bigger maneuvers and everything, then the coach is going to be breaking down that specific maneuver and where you're messing up.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other things prior to even you doing those big airs or laybacks or anything.
Honestly, focusing just on the bottom turn is important because the bottom turn is the fundamentals of every single move.
Mm-hmm.
So if your bottom turn is wrong, then every other move is going to be wrong.
Yeah, because we're surfing this, right? That's the surfing.
That's how we surf.
And
every time.
If your bottom turn is not doing this and your bottom turn is doing this, then that needs to be corrected immediately, right? Yeah. Also, if you're not coming back to the white water to generate that power, and you're 2-3 feet away from the white water, then
you're not going to have the speed, you're not going to have that power to get those maneuvers and get that bottom turn, essentially, into the wave.
This guy, from El Salvador, El Zonte, Machanti, so I apologize for the name. But Pablo, he definitely crushed it. He had a passion for it. And
definitely did. There was a skate park down the road. We didn't get to go. We didn't have shoes.
Well, honestly, we actually tapped out sooner than it. We were just so exhausted, so drained, and he had so much information, so much knowledge.
There's so much going on in your brain that you're just like,
we eventually left it early. We left early, but this is so much stuff that had already been covered in the training that was phenomenal.
Yeah, and usually it's like a 2 or 3 day training that you surf the videotape, you analysis the videos, you do some drills, then the next day you surf again, you see if you've improved on the drills that you've done, and then you go to the skate park and work on this move again. So there's like a whole process that Pablo follows, and I think it's really cool because it really helps you in every shape or form that surfing involves.
100%. So when you're looking for those coaches, these are the minimal things that they need to do if they're serious about their job, if they're serious about where they want you to go and they understand the level that you want to go to.
Right.
These are the minimal things that the coach should be implementing during those training sessions.
100%.
Right? It can't just be one video thing done, one and done. So if they're like, hey man, I have a minimum requirement of these 3 days or something like that, that should make sense.
And
yes, it might
cool.
It might cost more money, but
obviously
to make a whole thing a concrete thing,
you're gonna get so much better.
You're gonna get so much better. You're gonna need more time with that person. Again, not the 1 hour, but maybe a day.
Yeah.
Where you're doing in the water, video analysis, at least this in the water, video analysis, dry land training, skate park.
If there's available, depending on where you are.
Those are the things that you should look for. So our goal is from now on, being that we do the surf training, out of the water, physical conditioning, strength training, making your body strong, is our goal is to create a whole entire page on surftrainingfactory.com geared to surf coaching in the water. And versus if they do out of the water training too, like skateboard training, we're obviously adding that because it's part of the surf coaching. So we want to do that with El Salvador, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Australia,
all those countries
Brazil,
that we can help you guys figure out, who are the best coaches to reach out to and what we've experienced with every single one of them.
Correct.
So that you can have the best experience and the best coaching in the world.
These are the people that we want to work with and to help you guys out. They're not people that are paying us to be on the website. These are people that we actually experience firsthand. And if you're a surf coach, reach out to us. Let's
Let
set
us know.
something
Yeah.
together. That way we can do that and do a whole video like we did with Pablo Michantes. We videotaped the whole entire experience, him talking and how he did it, so people can see, whoa,
How we did.
he was very thorough and how it works. So if you're a surf coach, we can do the same thing with you to educate the world on how awesome you are with what you do.
100%.
Right?
Yep, that's exactly it. And we had a lot of fun, and we definitely look forward to going back for sure.
We definitely look forward to going back. And again,
Work on what we focused on, 100%. There's no point of hiring another coach now. Right now, the second, you just need to work on what you worked on until it's 100% good, and then go to work on something else.
yeah, and again, when you reach out to these guys, if they're not responding or they respond a week from now, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because
They're obviously not serious.
you're obviously not serious. You're only gonna get frustrated with it, and make sure that they're doing the right thing. Versus like if they're a surf coach, they shouldn't be pushing people on the wave that is dropping in on another surfer, because right off the bat they're teaching you the wrong thing. They're not teaching you the etiquette of not dropping in on somebody. And guess what? We got to see that. We actually got to see that from surf coaches, other surf coaches from El Salvador. Obviously,
pushing other people
we're not
into our waves.
talking names or anything, but these are things you need to look for. Like when we saw that, we were like, okay, that's a surf school we wouldn't work with, because they're teaching you to drop in. So yeah, you're teaching them how to surf better, but right off the bat, you're teaching them like, hey, it's okay to drop in because
and then
I'm
you
your
go
surf
to another
coach.
spot, you're gonna get hurt.
You're gonna get hurt. You might get beat up depending on the place you're at. So
100%.
really pay attention to those things. Maybe watch them a little bit. Maybe watch how they coach.
Videos, maybe
prior.
if they have anything.
Yeah. So you can have an awesome experience depending on how you are, and it starts with the communication.
100%.
And what they offer you in the package.
Yep.
If it's just 1 hour, probably not the best thing. But if it's 1 hour, multiple days, then yes. That's a different story. Like 1 hour they're in the water with you, the next day an hour they're video analyzing, and then the next day, it just depends if you don't have that time for the whole day. That's understandable.
Of course, they're busy, you're busy.
Right. So if they can break it down within the
together.
days, but actually go through the water, the out of the water video, the out of the water drills,
yeah.
The positivity, the encouragement, those are crucial for a great surf coach.
Yeah, so we had a blast with Pablo and Michanti, and we hope that you guys can experience it as well. And
we'll see you guys soon. And also look out for that page that'll be coming soon. It'll probably be the first page will be El Salvador and have Pablo in there. And then we hope to add from people from Florida, people from California, New Jersey, New York. And again, if you're a surf coach in the water, hit us up, because we'd love to do one of these with you and share to the world how awesome your surf coaching is as well.
100%.
All right? Guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment,
that like button.
share it to the world, let other people know just as much as we want to help you, help others know about what we're doing to help people surf better, surf stronger, just love surfing.
Yeah, have an awesome time in the water. Thank you guys, see you next week.
Yes.